community has been extremely beneficial, powerful, inspiring, you name it, it has been it. And what we have continuously have tried to do on this show is to bring to you those who may not know some of the folks who really make things happen on the west side of Chicago to you on this weekly show. I mean, we bring folks on the show and we try to be real particular who we bring because there's a lot of folks out there who do a lot of things. But since we've been out there so long, we kind of know who's been out there laboring in the vineyard for years. And they just do it because that's what they're called to do. And so this evening, I'm going to present to some and introduce to others, none other than some good friends of mine, some fellow yeomen of the gospel, some advocates for social change, community empowerment. And we all have a fondness for the work that we do. And we also have a complete bond. And one of our bonds is, that we are committed to is empowering the least of them. And we do that endlessly, and we do it because that's our call. But we also have something coming up, and I'm going to just throw that out there right now. We all are working together on an event coming up this Saturday, forgive me, called the Community Hope Walk. And this walk is going to be in collaboration with so many people, and I would be remiss if I tried to name them all, but I'm going to give you a chance, Doc, later on to try to go for it if you feel like you can. And I'm going to put you up a soda, grape. And you ain't gonna get all the names, all right? But I'm gonna let you try. But anyway, this event is gonna be Saturday, September the 25th. We're gonna kick it off over at the Golden Dome. For those who don't know what the Golden Dome is, you obviously are not from the West Side because the Golden Dome is on Central Park and Washington. All right. So if you don't know that, then you're really not from the West Side. And we're going to do a rally. We're going to do a walk. And we're going to walk from there all the way to Douglas Park. We're going to walk through the music stand. We're going to walk through the park. And we're going to convene over in Douglas Park, which is over there off of Ogden and California. So we're going to be all over the place walking through this thing. And we're going to be loving on folks. We're going to have free food. It's going to be a festival. It's going to be various speakers, vendors, music, services. You don't want to miss this event. This is the event of the season. And we're going to make it happen. So again, let me just go on through here and get this done so we can get into you're watching Fathers Who Care. Of course, I'm your host this evening, Reverend Walter Jones. I'm the executive director of Fathers Who Care. And it's my pleasure each week to bring to you information and people who just really love what they do and are called by the work that we do. And tonight is no different. We're going to talk specifically on some topics. I'm not going to go into all the services that we do at Fathers Who Care, but I'm going to encourage you to log into fatherswhocare.org, Twitter, Facebook, all of that other good stuff, YouTube. You'll get the information. But tonight is a lot that we want to talk about. And of course, we got two guests who will be able to talk endlessly about what we're going to be doing. So our first guest on one side over here, we have Regina Lewis, if you like it. Regina Lewis is the CEO of Ashanti Residential Inc.
Management Inc.
There you have it. Ashanti Residential Management Inc. You going to put some more to it?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Ashanti Residential Management Systems Inc.
And that's a lot. So
that's why we just say Ashanti RMS.
We just keep it peace simple. With that.
Yes.
So Ashanti RMS, Residential Management Services Inc.
That's it.
Systems Inc. So anyway, how long have you been doing that?
29 years.
29 years. And what is Ashanti RMS?
Well, the name derived from Africa. Mm-hmm. And one of the GED teachers back in the day when I was working for New Beginnings, it's the one that got me incorporated. Mm-hmm. And Ashanti means to me and to others is when all the leaders come together. Mm-hmm. All the leaders back then, instead of them fighting and everything, that's when they started solving their issues politically. And the reason why Ashanti is so important because the stool supposed to have fell from the sky into the chief's lap.
Okay.
And he became the chief over cheese.
Oh, okay. So tell Jesus, we'll get right back with him.
Okay.
And we'll get back with you. So let's go over to Doc. So Doc,
Yes.
you tell your friends that we call them right back because you on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, put it on silent so they don't disturb you. So Doc, we know that you're the senior pastor over at New Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church. Is that right? Or Baptist Church?
Well, I am the pastor of New Tabernacle of Faith Baptist Church, but tonight I am representing the New Age Services Corporation as the community liaison.
Okay.
And I'm glad to say that the march is on. The march is on. The Community Hope Walk. It is a coalition of people, organizations all over the county, all over Chicago that have come together, and we are saying that there is hope of a tree. If it be cut down, it'll sprout again.
So I feel the energy.
Yes.
So let me back up a little bit more here. So now we know that you are also representing New Age Services today, along with the work that you are pastoring over at the church. But we also know you to be just a real yeoman of empowering folks in the community. We do a lot of work, all of us, in our efforts to try to make sure that when we see endeavors in the community that need our assistance, we rally together, and we rally together in a major way.
And you've done a wonderful job down through the years as a part of this organization, Fathers Who Care. We thank God for you.
Well, we all kind of broke out from their own tree. The tree being our congressman. I'm not afraid to say that the congressman has been instrumental in giving me guidance and leadership on how to facilitate.
That is Danny K. Davis.
Yes. The distinguished gentleman, of course, Congressman Danny K. Davis.
Yes.
And he has always been open to anyone that's trying to empower anyone in our community with 31 task force, if not more now.
That's
and
right.
I just happen to be part of one of them. And the one I was part of is the Father's Family and Public Policy. So all of us have had our hands in so much of the work with treatment on demand, with clergy, the works. I mean, we've done it all. I mean, we act like we worked on staff, but we've never been on staff. We've always just been yeomen helping them. And if we can help them, we do what we can. I'm gonna come back to you because you somebody was trying to get in touch with you. I'm sure it was somebody trying to figure out how they can get in one of these residential facilities you got, because you got a couple of them.
Yes.
You got one for women, you got one for men, and you're always doing so much work to make sure that folks are empowered, that they have an opportunity to get back into society, that they get reacclimated, and that they don't be judged and ostracized. And so you was telling us about all the good work that you were doing at Ashanti, and I like that. But I'm going to come back and hit you with another question in a second. I want to ask you a question, Doc. You had a graduation. Tell us about that graduation in New Ages.
Well, New Age Services Corporation is a part of this coalition, and we're glad to join this walk from 100 North Central Park. And we're going to have 13 of our graduates coming out to be with us. We had a graduation for them, and it was wonderful. They are clean and sober from what was holding them. And we just know that they can indeed help lead others by their example to be able to say there is recovery. And everyone and anyone that wants to recover, it is an opportunity with this particular march to be a part of what we call a healing community effort. It's something that not only one agency is doing, but all the others. I mean, I really think that even our CEO, who is Dr. Tanya Winston, would say that this is a collaborative effort. It is a coalition that is saying, yes, we can, and we can succeed together as we help others to do it. We were fortunate to have Spencer Leak, Reverend Dr. Spencer Leak, who is the former warden over at 26 in California. He was a speaker, and he talked about character. He talked about people being able to do things when they understand that they are somebody and that God did not make any junk. So we were just very pleased. We had music. We had wonderful time at that graduation. And now we're taking that same energy and we're going to have music, we're going to have speakers, we're going to have food, and guess who is cooking and helping to do that? Ashanti House.
Oh wow, you know it.
Yeah.
You
Regina
know it.
Lewis.
You know it. So here you got Tanya Williams, Dr. Tanya Williams, who is the CEO.
Tanya Winston is
Winston,
the
I mean.
CEO of New Age Services Corporation.
And you are the community
I'm the community liaison.
for New Age.
Glad to be.
Okay, now he kind of added you up in there, so
Yeah.
let's just go there. Well, let's just keep it weird.
Okay.
You know, every time there's an event in the community that I know of any
Yes.
magnitude, there's a person out there that's always bringing the food. All right, there's always got the food, and I'm talking about a variety of food. And that's Ashanti House. And you always are always so nice, so pleasant. The people that you are empowering with the Ashanti group, with your Ashanti PMS group, RMS group, they are always willing to serve. They're always willing to help. And you have been doing it for how many years again?
29.
29 years. Do you feel tired yet?
No,
You don't look tired either.
I love what I do.
We know you do.
It's a big difference.
But I'm going to ask you this. Tell me about the difference.
The difference is when you love what you do, you don't get tired. Matter of fact, you get motivated. And especially when you're changing lives. When you see a person that got tired, sick and tired of being tired of just life. And then when you uplift that person,
Right.
when you motivate that person, when you get that person's self-works and see the change in their life, it lifts you up. It lifts me up.
Okay, I'm gonna come back with that point you got. You talk about lifting up. Let's talk about what we're doing now on Saturday specifically. We're doing a community hope walk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in recognition of a recovery month, just like we had all kind of intervention months. This is
Yes.
gonna be specifically on recovery month. We're talking about folks who have gone through
Yes,
and came out shining.
yes.
Can you speak to that? Do you have any
Yes.
history of recovery? Do you have any history of what we're talking about?
Yes, me, myself, I have 33 years.
Through 33 years of what?
Of
Diamonds?
sobriety. You might as well say that because I am a diamond in the rough.
That's right.
I just been chiseled. I've been polished a little bit. You know, when you
You've been
polish
purified.
that, and you know when that diamond, when you first hit it, it's real ugly, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
But when you shine it up, and when you polish it,
So you got 33 years.
33 years. And
So-
that's what made me get into it.
So you can, when we get there on Saturday, and a person wants to know how one can be in recovery, successfully in recovery for 33 years, you can witness on that.
Oh,
right?
yes, definitely.
Would you be open to sharing with folks on Saturday at Douglas Park, where we're going to kick off at Garfield Park, but then we're going to convene at Douglas Park, and we're going to kick
Yes.
off at 10 o'clock. We hope to be over at Douglas Park by 11 o'clock or so that we can have the big festivities. If somebody run into you, would you be able to talk to them and give them some encouragement and let them know just because you started as a dark rock, that you don't
Yes.
have to be a dark rock, you can kind of
I could uplift them, motivate them. And recovery is just not drug and alcohol. We recovering from life.
right.
You're going to have people out there, families that might be hungry.
Okay.
That we got organizations that'll be able to feed them, clothe them. You got a lot of people out there that probably don't even have their ID so that they can get a job.
Okay.
We're going to be doing, Ashanti does all of this.
Okay, and we're going to come back and ask you
Yes.
some more about Ashanti, and I want you to hit me with that
Yes.
one. I'm going to come back over to you, Doc. Tell me about what's the purpose of this recovery walk.
Well-
and then, Ashanti, you come back and talk to
right.
me about Ashanti House.
Well, let me say that Reverend Tommy Johnson from Outside the Walls Ministry, he was the one who is the
Yes.
visionary. He went to Congressman Davis and told him his vision of having something. He said he's been doing it for 18 years, but he wanted to do it a little bit bigger. And he went to the big man, Danny K. Davis, Congressman.
Yes.
And Danny said, yeah, let's do it big. And so what happened is that Congressman called me and he called Regina Lewis and he called others. And he said, let's put together a major thing with a whole lot more organizations. And what happened is that we got other groups together, New Age Service, Ashanti, Outside the Walls, West Side Health Authority, New West Club, Breakthrough Ministries, Habilitative System, Gateway, National Alliance, formerly incarcerated, Bobby Wright Mental Health Center, Campaign for Drug-Free West Side, St. Leonard's Ministry, Royal Black Panther Party, Cora Light, Chicago Recovery Community, and Extended Care, and South Side, and Sisters in the Hood, and Life House, and Henry's House, and Transforming for Reentry, the VA Department, Safer Foundation, the Brothers on the West Side, Prevention Partnership, and it kept going. I know that there are others that I might have missed, and please
Yeah, you
forgive me.
missed a lot of them.
It's so many.
But we're going to say this.
We have almost at this point. It was 75.
Absolutely.
But there are more now that have joined together. Even one group that's having their own piece in Garfield Park said they will march part the way with us.
That's CRCCC?
That's
CRCC?
right.
Yeah,
And
sure.
they said they're going to part, at the end where we get to Leif Erikson School, and they're going to then go ahead on into their cookout. But they're showing unity
Absolutely.
in the community
Absolutely.
by
Yes.
being with us. And we commend John and his lovely wife for
Dora.
for
Right.
being a part of this effort as we are a part of them.
So
and that's what is
you owe me a grape soda. You do know that, right?
a grape soda. Okay.
Yeah, just so we
And it just so happened
so that we are
no,
clear.
No, I'm sorry. This
So that
order.
we're clear. I told you when you started that
Right.
you're not gonna get them all, and if you didn't get them all, I need a grape soda.
All right.
So we're not
Right.
gonna be able to name them all, but I'm gonna tell you if you missing this, then you shouldn't, and we're gonna say we don't want you to be left out. There are a lot of folks involved, Fathers Who Care, Ashanti House, New Age, or CRCC. It's so many folks. We'll be remiss if we try to. We have
Yes.
sector partners from all over coming together. I'll tell you that. You heard
Yes.
Doc say 75 and up. So we're going to have
Yes.
agencies galore. It's going to be one of the most robust festivals on this side of town. And if you're looking for additional information, we encourage you to contact New Age Services at 773-542-1150. Congressman Davis' office at 773-533-7520. Outside the Wall Ministry, 773-454-6981. And Ashanti Residential, 773-379-6981. So those are some numbers, and if you miss any of them, call the congressional office and get those numbers. You wanted to say something. Go ahead, I felt it.
Well, off the Outside the Wall Ministry, the number is wrong.
Okay, what is that number?
I think it's 4554.
4554. Let's do this here.
Yes.
Let's go with this. Let's not even worry about that right now.
Okay.
And let's use your number, which is
Okay.
773-379-6981, or Doc's
Correct.
number over there, which is 773-542-1150.
That's
or the
right.
congressional office, which is 773-533-7520, or contact Fathers Who Care at 773-287-5821. We would definitely
Yes.
make sure that you're in the loop and we are not turning anyone around.
That's right.
So I'm gonna come on back to you, Doc, because you was talking to me about, I'm bringing this for a reason. I think anytime we do something of this magnitude on this side of town,
Yes.
the distinguished gentleman, the congressman, has always told us that it's smarter to work together than it is apart.
That's
All
right.
right,
That's
his philosophy.
That's right.
His philosophy is we can do all this together, but we can get a bigger bang for our buck if we collaborate.
That's right.
And so that's what's happening with this event.
Absolutely.
We're collaborating. We're bringing folks together of like mind to do nothing but empower the people. It's no big eyes and little U's at this event. All of us got the same print on this flyer.
That's right.
Everybody.
Everybody.
So I'm going to come on
That's
back,
right.
Doc. Tell me about the Coalition for Recovery. This is some of the folks here, a part of this coalition, and it's already 75 plus.
Well,
Yes.
we're also glad all of our elected officials on the west side are a part of this as well. And I don't want to start calling their names because I might miss one. but
Right. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
everyone has come together. We've had meetings. We have met at different agencies, working out the logistics. dealing with stage entertainment, food, dealing with porta potties, dealing with permits. Lord knows I've dealt with all the permits
Yeah, the
and
logistics that have to be
everything
done.
behind the scene.
Right.
And I am glad to say that we got all the permits, we got all the insurance and everything. But one thing just came through. And anyone that wants to get vaccinated, the state of Illinois is going to have a nice mobile for people to come and get vaccinated.
So I'm not going to let that slide because in this day and age, these are some uncertain times. And unfortunately, some of our younger folks don't understand the urgency in vaccination. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do one way or the other, but I'm going to tell you I got vaccinated. All right?
Yes.
And I get it.
And because
And me too.
because I'd rather be a part of the living than the part of not. Because those who are succumbing to this COVID-19 are not they're not winging well, all right?
Right.
Most of them are not making it. So I'm saying to you, please check in with your healthcare professionals, your doctors, and your loved ones, and find out. Most folks that have succumbed to this virus on their bed of affliction, they said, "Had I known what I know now,
My goodness.
Yes.
My goodness.
had I known what I know now, I would have got vaccinated. I would have got that 89% as opposed to being 100% a victim." So I'm going to come back, Doc, and what you said is extremely important. That's just one of many resources that'll be there, but we're letting you know there are going to be so many
Well,
resources.
let
out
me
there.
tell
Go
you
ahead,
that
say it.
it's going to be like an expo. I don't know if many remember Black Expo, but it's going to be that of agencies, and everyone will have a table, and each one of them provide different areas of care in recovery. So one might specialize in helping people that are homeless and want to recover. There might be another group that helps people that are in the professional world and they don't want their boss to know. And so that's kind of where we operate with New Age Services Corporation. People can come into the back door of our agency and nobody will know that they have been using drugs. Nobody will know. The word won't get out. So what I'm
it's
saying,
confidential.
that's right.
Right.
So everybody can come to some place and get help and services.
We're guaranteeing that there are going to be additional services and resources available for you on this day.
Yes.
If you miss it, you're going to miss a serious event, and I'm encouraging you, please don't miss it. I want to come back to you, Ashanti. Forgive me, Regina of Ashanti House. What can we collectively do to reduce substance abuse and encourage recovery in our community?
Well, we starting off now with this walk because it's a lot of people that really don't need to come into recovery homes like mine, but need services like New Age, outpatient.
Right.
And how we can come together is what we're doing. All the agencies that came together as a holistic approach
Right.
to help our people, whether if they recover from drugs, from criminal thinking, the whole 9 yards, from our youth that you service all the way to our seniors that you service. So with us coming together.
So I like what you said, holistic approach.
A
Go
holistic
ahead. Yeah, I like
approach.
that.
Right. So I'm a firm believer that recovery starts with us empowering our people, with us giving them enough information, enough tools that they need in order for to help them to recover whatever issues they have.
Okay, so this is what I want to do because we got about 5 minutes, and I want to take full advantage of these 5 minutes. Doc, I'm going to run over there to you and Ted and ask you, tell us why, or tell them why, because I know I'm going to be there, but tell the audience why should they be involved in this event?
Well, I think that in the African American community, there has been just a great increase of African Americans using opioid, and it has killed a lot of folks. There are people that are lacing what they smoke with all types of things. And people are dying left and right. And they need hope. They need an opportunity to not depend upon what they can smoke or what they can snort, but they need hope to be able to say that they are indeed somebody and that they count. And they are somebody.
Okay.
And so we're showing them with these agencies that care that there is another way to live and to overcome.
Okay.
And there are agencies that provide counseling to deal with the triggers that send them off
Okay.
into other worlds of drugs.
Okay.
So that's a part of it. But we're also recovering from the killings in the street. We're recovering
Right.
from the homelessness, the sadness. We're recovering from
COVID-19.
the COVID-19. We're recovering from having counseling centers closed in our community. Over 6 were closed in the last
Mental health facility.
mental health facilities
Yeah.
were closed by the last mayoral administration.
So
so we want people to come on in.
So
and
you're encouraging folk to come out.
come out.
So
Yeah.
you heard a passionate plea from the pastor
Yes.
on why you should be in the place on Saturday the 25th. Kicking off at Garfield Park, convening at Douglas Park with a festival of a variety of vendors and services. Why, Regina, should they participate? Why should people say, man, I should be there? Why should they say, I should be there? That I'm going. Why should they say it?
Because they need our help. Not only that, we need them. We need them to help make a difference. And we, with this fentanyl that's going on and the way that these people is dropping dead, a lot of the parents and grandparents, they don't know where the help is at. All they see is
That's it.
see that
That's
their
right.
grandkids out there transforming. How could I help them? So they need to be bused to us so that we can give them guidance.
That's right.
And that person that's out there that's homeless, he needs to be there. It's getting cold outside.
Okay.
He needs shelter.
So we got about 20
Yeah.
seconds now, and this has
Yeah.
been one, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that this was going to be a plea,
Yes.
a passionate show, and we're going to encourage you one more time.
Yes.
We invite you to our Community Hope Walk in recognition of Recovery Month on Saturday, September the 25th. That's this Saturday. At 10 o'clock, we're going to kick off at the Golden Dome at 100 North Central Park Avenue, and we're going to
Yes.
travel to Douglas Park, which is 1400 South California Avenue. At this event, we're going to have a rally, a festival, food, speakers, music, services, vendors, love, peace, soul, people loving on each other, people forgiving each other, people
Yes.
supporting each other, and people elevating each other. And we're
Yes.
asking you to join us. God bless you. Good
Yes.
We're
night.
gonna walk. We're gonna
Yes.
walk.
See you
Gonna
next
walk.
week.
Some of us gonna ride too. So if you can't walk, you can ride.
You got it.
Just
So-
be there.
So
That's right.
thank you, Doc, for that,
Yes.
for joining us. Thank
Pleasure.
you, Regina, as always, for
you.
the work you're doing. God bless you. Good night. And we'll see you next week. God bless you.
Yes.
See ya. Thank you,
Have a
guys.
nice one.
Thank you.
Take care.